Gosh, I'm so stressed. I left a hanger on the door. Sorry.
Bye. It's fine. Bye. And my soul's a cry, girl. Okay. Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video by me. Today we are going to be talking about my tattoo experience and kind of like an update on my tattoo. Okay, first of all, my tattoo experience. 10 out of 10, literally like the best I could have ever hoped for. It was literally the best experience that I could ever imagine. Obviously it was my first tattoo, so I'm not really sure like how it's usually supposed to go, but at least for me it was amazing. I went to this place called Deja Vu Tattoo Parlor in Winston-Salem, and I was super nervous, and I went in alone initially because my roommate had to like go run some errands. So I went in alone and I was completely like petrified. I was so scared, and I didn't know like what to do. Like I wasn't like a pro, like, oh yeah, I want this and that, and like I didn't know like how to pay or like anything like that. So basically, like, I walked up to the desk and I was like, yeah, I made sure the first thing that they knew was that I'd never gotten a tattoo before and that I wanted a tattoo. I was like, yeah, I'm here to get a tattoo. This is my first time, so I don't really know what I'm doing. And it's kind of like immediately after I said it was my first time, they were like on it. They're like, oh, okay, like that explains why she's like a little slow to like come up to the counter and like stuff like that. So the lady was super nice at the front desk. She asked me like if I had like an artist in mind. So I guess like you come in knowing who you want to tattoo you. I was like, no, I don't, but I know what I want, and like I know how I want it and where I want it. And they're like, all right, perfect, like we'll go see like who's available. They go back, they get this guy named William. Oh my gosh, literally the best person in the entire planet. He was so sweet, he was so nice, and so welcoming. They got William, and he basically I explained to him how this is my first time and I was really nervous, and he immediately was like, okay, like I got you. Like he was like, I will walk through this process with you, like don't worry, that you have nothing to be afraid of. So I signed some papers. They like ran my ID because, you know, I look young, so wanted to make sure I was actually 18. And yeah, and then I told him what I wanted, and he was actually so sweet about it, because what I got was a Bible verse, and he was like, oh, well, what does it mean? And I told him what it meant, and he was like, oh, I feel that. And then we had like a short like 3-minute conversation on like why like that verse is like really powerful even if you don't believe in God, like just like for life. And I was like, oh, like he's super sweet, and he's trying to like make me feel like good and comfortable. So, and I was super nervous, like my heart was literally pounding because I was like, oh crap, this is actually happening to me. And then my roommate came back right before I went back, which is like perfect timing. So we end up going back, and he like literally explains to me in detail like what's gonna be happening, what's gonna be going down, and I just thought that was also really kind of him, because it was my first time and I had no idea how any of it worked. He was telling me the type of needle he used, and like he's like, yeah, I'm using like a detail needle, and because you want it small, I'm gonna make it as small as possible for you, but still like noticeable. And he put like a little like stencil on at first to see if I like it, and let me like go in the mirror and look to like see if I like the placement. And after that, like I laid down and he would start tattooing me, as you guys saw in my last video. I was like waiting for something, like I was waiting for like the pain everyone talks about when you get a tattoo on your rib cage. But I honestly, like I can say with 100% confidence that it didn't hurt for like 95% of the time. Like it was very uncomfortable, like the pain was very like irritating, but it wasn't like, it didn't hurt, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but it didn't hurt, which is crazy because it was my rib cage, and apparently that's supposed to be like a really sensitive spot to get tattooed. But he was super sweet. Like he went backwards because I guess he knew that like the P and Psalms would have hurt the most, so he started from the numbers and went backwards, because I guess like the further you get, like, I don't know, like towards your back, then like the worse it hurts. I don't know. Anyway, he was just like, as soon as he was done with the 2, he was like, all right, I'm moving on to the 4. Like, all right, I'm done with the 4, I'm moving on to the 3. Like, he was walking me through it as he was tattooing me. He was continuously talking to me, and he even warned me that like before he got to the P, he was like, all right, so this may hurt a little more because it's like longer lines and stuff like that. And he's like, but you're doing great, you're doing really great, I'm almost done, da da da. Like, he was so kind and so like, I don't know, and he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to do the things that he did, but he did, and it was really amazing. So after he tattooed me, and then he cleaned it, and then he talked to me for like 15 minutes about like the taking care process, which I thought was super sweet, because like he could have been like, oh yeah, go on my website, or go on our website, it'll tell you what to do, like have a nice day. Like, he didn't do that. Also, another thing that I'm not sure if like other tattoo artists do, but what he did, he used this like burn bandage, like for burn victims, to cover their burns, but he used it on my tattoo so that I didn't have to take off like a wrap in like a couple hours and stuff like that. Like, he put the burn bandage over my tattoo, and he said I could leave it on for 24 hours. I didn't have to do anything to it, and then while I'm taking a shower, to like slowly take it off with the water like kind of running on it, and then to gently like wash my tattoo with antibacterial soap, which I got from the store. I used like the basic Dial with no scents in it, and he was like, just gently wash it with 2 fingers, and don't let like it submerge in water, stuff like that. And like, he was talking me through it, which again I really appreciated. So yeah, I filmed a couple of clips of me the day of and like a couple days after of me taking care of it, and I may insert it in here, or I may just talk about it. So we'll see what Editing.Paige wants to do. But yeah, before I left the tattoo parlor, they gave me this like healing ointment called Zen. I don't know if any of you guys who have tattoos have used this, but yeah, it's very natural. I looked at all the ingredients, and one thing that I like is that I knew what each ingredient was, so I knew it wasn't like some like it was like genuine like organic stuff. And he said to put it on pretty frequently, and then to make sure my tattoo doesn't dry out, and don't scratch my tattoo. If it starts to peel, let it peel naturally, don't pick at it, stuff like that. And I was like, alright. So yeah, that was basically my tattoo experience. 10 out of 10, loved it, loved the guy who did it. I would definitely go back, and I probably might go back like maybe sometime in the future, maybe next year, and get another one done by him, because he was literally the best person to get tatted by. So that's pretty much it. I will show you guys my tattoo. I think it should be, it's almost healed, if you guys can see that. I really love the way it turned out. It's still healing, but it doesn't hurt. Even after the day after, I was like talking to my friends, different people, and they were like, well, usually the day after your tattoo will start to hurt, or usually it will start to bother you. But honestly, I never felt pain even after my tattoo. My camera shut off. It's fine. Yeah, so before I go, I want to say a special happy birthday to one of my friends back home, one of my high school friends. Happy birthday, Gabby Thompson, if you're watching this. Love you so much, and I miss you, and I'll see you probably like over Thanksgiving break or something like that. But that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys took away something from my tattoo experience. Maybe you'll get yours done at Deja Vu, who knows. So make sure you guys tune in next week for my next video. Don't know what it's going to be yet, but we'll figure it out. Alright, see you guys next week. Bye.